Welcome to Allan Reports TV. I'm your host, Allan Labakan from allanberryreports.com. Today we have a new installment of our In the News segment, and this is where we talk about resource companies with recent developments. Before we get started, we always like to start out with our thank yous. We use youtube.com and ustream.tv to produce and broadcast our shows and also record them so you can watch them at a later date. If anybody's interested in doing online shows, we highly recommend these websites. They're really easy to use and they get the job done. In addition, if you're watching the show on our website, you'll notice to the left and to the right of me there's a banners, and those banner sponsors are really instrumental in us being able to bring these shows to you. If you want to do some of your own homework on those companies, you just click on the banner and it'll take you to their websites where you can do your own homework on the company. And then, of course, to you, the sponsors, without you, we wouldn't have a show. And so thank you very much for tuning in. On today's show, we have two resource companies to talk about. One is focused on uranium, and the other is focused on gold. So we got a lot to talk about, and we'll get right to it. Today's first company is Hathor Exploration. On the disclosure, we are shareholders of the company. On the past coverage, we've had them as a featured company in our Allan Reports email newsletter. We started coverage of them on September the 9th, 2007, which was our 14th edition of the report. If you're watching on our website, and if you look above me, you'll see a report a button, and that has all the past reports. So all you would need to do is click on that on that button, and it'll take you to the past reports where you can pick up that 14th edition. We also had them on our Ustream shows on July the 22nd and on our YouTube show on September 22nd and October 19th. If you look above me, you'll see the links to the YouTube and the Ustream, and that'll take you to our channels on those sites, and you can find those shows. Their website is hathor.ca. That's hathor.ca. The news they had out was on October the 21st. The headline was Hathor's Rough Rider East delivers best hole to date, intersecting 63.5 meters of 7.75 uranium, including a 17.5 meter interval of 24.3% uranium, with assays as high as 87.2% uranium. They go on to, and they announced assay results from drill hole MWN 10-648, the first complete set of drill hole assays from the recently completed 2010 summer drill program at the company's Midwest Northeast project in the Athabasca Basin of Saskatchewan. This drill enforces the resource potential for the Rough Rider East deposit. The results include a composite interval of 63.5% grading 7.7. These are actually the holes that were mentioned in the headline from the news release. They also mentioned that the highest individual assay to date on the property at 87.2% uranium. Mineralization is nearly continuous. For example, 57 of the 72 samples are mineralized within the 42-meter composite interval. The 63.5 meter intersection is near to the true structural thickness of the mineralized zone. Arsenic and selenium contents are low, similar to the Rough Rider deposit itself. Then they mentioned that there's a complete set of maps, sections, and photos for the Rough Rider and Rough Rider East uranium deposits are available on their company's website. The overall exploration and resource potential for the Midwest Northeast property grows as Rough Rider East is solidified. Resource models are currently being developed for the Rough Rider uranium deposit, with results expected later this fall. Drilling in the upcoming winter season will complete infill and extension work both in the eastern and western parts of the 220 meters of strike of Rough Rider East as it is currently identified. Further drilling will test the footwall zone of the resistivity anomaly, which extends for 700 meters to the southwest along the Midwest uranium trend. Also in their news release, you can find a table with the assay results and maps showing the Rough Rider and Rough Rider East zones, as well as plenty of information about the recently completed summer exploration work program and the upcoming winter exploration drilling. Some of the reasons that we like the company, I just got to check my time here. I think we're doing pretty good. Could you turn that light on for me? This one here, bud. Just got to add a little extra lighting there. Some of the reasons that we like the company is they're a uranium-focused company in Saskatchewan. Their Rough Rider project is in the Athabasca Basin, which is the most important source of uranium in the world. What makes this region so impressive is the high-grade uranium deposits and mines. The Rough Rider project is also very high-grade, and they have drilled aggressively. They have the Rough Rider main zone and the Rough Rider East zone. The project is also well located in close proximity to underutilized uranium mills. And the Rough Rider project has exploration targets as well as these high-grade uranium discoveries. And they have other exploration projects in Saskatchewan as well. So they're a really busy company with the drilling, and we expect to see a lot of news out of them in the coming months. So again, if you want to do your homework on the company, just go check out their website, the one that we mentioned earlier, and I think you'll find a lot of information in there, and you'll quickly understand why we like this company so much. So the second company we're going to talk about today is Premier Gold Mines. On the disclosure, we're a shareholder of the company, and they are also a banner sponsor on our website. By clicking on the banner on our website, it'll take you to their website where you can do some homework on Premier Gold. Our past coverage includes they've been a featured company in our Allan Berry Reports email newsletter since October the 3rd, 2006. That was our 9th edition. And on our past shows, we had them on our Ustream channel on July the 22nd and September the 16th. And then on our YouTube channel, we had them on our April 27th show and the October 14th show. And again, if you want to check out those shows, just go to our links that are above me on the website, and that'll take you to our channels on those two websites where you can find those shows. On their website is premiergoldmines.com. That's PremierGoldmines.com. They had 3 news releases out recently, so we'll start with the October 21st news release. The headline from that was Premier Red Lake Drilling Extends Wilmar Mine Horizon. They go on that Premier provided an update from its ongoing drill program at the Rahale Bonanza project in Red Lake. This drilling has returned high-grade gold intercepts in both the PG zone as well as down plunge of the historic Wilmar gold mine. These zones are located in close proximity to the Wilmar mine workings that are linked by an underground drift with Goldcorp's Cochner mine. The multiple zones and targets being drilled are displayed in Figure 1. That's on their website. And a complete table of significant assays discussed within this press release can be found in Table 1. Also, you can find that on the website. The Rahale Bonanza project is 49% owned by Premier Gold and is strategically located in the heart of the prolific Red Lake Gold Mining District and is being explored by joint venture partner Red Lake Gold Mines Limited, an affiliate of Goldcorp Inc. Recent highlights from the drilling on Premier's Red Lake joint venture projects include the first hole drilled to test the down plunge extension of the 2E zone at the Wilmar gold mine intersected bonanza grade gold with 68.87 grams per ton gold across 3.5 meters, and including 207 grams per ton gold across 1.15 meters in hole PG 10082. The intercept occurs 500 meters east of the PG zone and remains untested in between. New holes in the PG zone have intersected visible gold intercepts with as high as 32.37 grams per ton gold across a meter, and the PG zone 70 zone remains open in all directions. There's a quote from Stephen McGibbon, who's the Executive Vice President and Chief Operating Officer of Premier, and he stated, our Red Lake exploration program continues to return excellent results in the Wilmar PG zone area. Recent discoveries throughout the belt highlight the potential of this prolific high-grade gold camp. These results suggest the potential to delineate multiple gold deposits on our joint venture projects proximal to the new mine infrastructure being built by Goldcorp. End quote. Then they had a news release out on November the 2nd. The headline is Premier East Bay Red Lake JV Drilling Intersects High-Grade Gold. They mentioned that they announced the follow-up drilling to the Footwall Zone discovery at the East Bay project in Red Lake Gold Mining District of Ontario has intersected high-grade gold mineralization. The East Bay project is located along the East Bay Trend to the north of and on strike from Rubicon Minerals' Phoenix Gold Project and their F2 zone discovery. Then they have a bunch more details about the exploration. We're running a little close on time here, so can't go over it all, but you can find it in that November 2nd news release. Then on November 4th, they had another news release, and the headline from that one was Premier Hard Rock Drilling Returns Best Results to Date. Subheadline, F-Zone Delineation, 7.92 grams per ton gold across 114 meters, including 23.56 grams per ton gold across 31 meters. They go on that they announced drilling continues to delineate significant gold mineralization in multiple horizons at the company's Hard Rock joint venture project in northwestern Ontario. There are currently 11 drill rigs operational on the property, testing for extensions of previously mined zones and exploring new target areas. Recent highlights include, and they meant one of those is the hole that they mentioned in their highlight. Then they have more high grade to talk about. Really good quote in here from Ewan Downey, who's the president and CEO of Premier, and he stated, and I quote, "We have ramped up our drilling due to unparalleled success in multiple areas. Expansion of historically mined zones and multiple new discoveries are expected to add materially to the current resource at Hard Rock. This continued success demonstrates the potential to define a multi-million ounce gold deposit." End quote. So that's all the key information from these three press releases. Again, you can go to their website and find all that, all those press releases. Here's some of the reasons that we like the company. The last time we talked about them on the show was around 1 month ago. And since then, they've had three press releases out, the three we talked about earlier. And this is a great example of the quality of their various projects and their aggressive drilling on their projects. They're a gold-focused company that looks for projects in well-known mining regions, including Red Lake, Ontario, which is one of our favorite gold camps in the world due to the high-grade deposits and mines in the camp. Their highly prospective Rahill Bonanza project is right in the middle of one of Goldcorp's mines, and on the other side, the Bruce Channel project, and they're building underground workings to connect these two deposits, and this also benefits Premier's project. They got a lot of work, a lot of money, and we highly recommend you take a look at them on their website. That's close. Or before we close, we'd like to stress that this show and our reports are for information purposes only. We aren't making buying or selling recommendations. It's important for you to do your own research and speak with your financial advisors before making any investment decisions. We're always trying to grow our audience, and any efforts you can make to let your friends that follow the markets know about our shows, we really appreciate that. We also really appreciate you showing up to watch the shows. Again, without you, we wouldn't have a reason to do the shows. Our next show, tomorrow's Remembrance Day up here in Canada and Veterans Day down in the States, so we won't be doing a show tomorrow. We'll do a show on Friday, and that'll be a weekend review show. So we hope you can join us for that show. You can find all of our work on our website at allanberryreports.com. Thanks again for tuning in, and have a great day.